Before start with the slide presentation, I have to welcome of you and introduce myself. This is Dr. Zainab Ashar from the Department of Materials, Faculty of Engineering, University of Kufa. As you know, we have two lessons. The first one, English tense and the English proofreading skills. This is the grammar revision for the tenses. And the other lessons correct your own mistakes. English proofread skill. For the grammar revision, tenses and exercises. I teach you before about the tenses and I mentioned that we have past, present and future and we have 12 tenses in English language. For the past simple, as I mentioned before, is verb that is used to talk about things that happen before now. This tense emphasizes the action that finished. And for the present or past perfect continuous tense, this is also known as the past perfect progressive tense, shows the action that started in the past and continued up until another time in past. So, the past perfect continuous tense is constructed using had been or have been plus verb present participle. Verb present participle. So, what the verb present participle? Verb present participle is root plus ing. For example, I had been going to school. I had been going to school. The construction here had been is past perfect, had past, been perfect, and ing continuous. Past perfect. The past perfect is verb tenses used to talk about action also happen in time were completed for particular time in past. Is completed and finished. But it is have a period of time. It is have a period for time, but it is finished in the past. Second tense is past continuous. It means past continuous refer to the continuing action or started that happened at some point in past. It's continued in the past. Continued in started and continued in the past. For the next tense or present, it's same. Simple past is verb tense we use when action is happening right now. Now, happening right now. I go to school. I teach you. I go to school. So, for the present perfect continuous, it's constructed from I have been plus root and ing. I have been going to school. I have been going to school. This period started in past and finished before now in the present tense. So, this is the present perfect continuous or progressive tense. Perfect progressive tense. Present perfect. A present perfect tense refers to an action that starts at the either occur at the particular point in the past. For example, we have talked before. We have talked before. It's finished in the present. It's finished in the present before now. Finished before now. Started in the past and finished before now. Other tense present continuous. It is really very clear because it's continuous until now, until the time of speech. Thus, it's continuous in a present tense. As example, I'm going to school right now. I'm going in progress. This action in progress for the future. Also, we have future symbol. I will go to school. Future perfect continuous. I will have been going to school. It's same structure and constructed from will, have been, and root with ing and the other item of the sentence. Future perfect is constructed from will, have gone to school, and the future continuous also, I will be going to school. So we need to know about the past perfect versus present perfect. Present perfect, I emphasize this tense because it's very important, especially in writing paper or research or project or a dissertation, etc. The present perfect is used to talk about an action that began in the past and continues up until now. As you see here in figure, it's formed by adding has or have before the past participle or present participle of the verb. For example, he has lived in Rabat for 2 years. It's perfect continuous. This tense perfect continuous consists from has plus uh, past participle. Also, we can see here there's three conditions. Maybe this action can be happen in action in the past, started in the past, and there's no time or indicated time. It's the time is unknown. Example: I have eaten squid. I have eaten squid. It is start in time and finish in past or before the present time. You see here there's no indication for the time. It is present. I'm eating before this moment. I'm eating the squid before this moment. But I'm not going to specify any time. The second action, repeated action in the past, it's happened 3 times. It's happened 3 times or 4 times, often with quantity words. Example: I have eaten squid 3 times. 3 times. 3 times. 3 point of the line. So this is repeated actions for duration from past to now. From the past to now. I have worked here since 2010. I have worked here since 2010. So you see here there's three conditions, and in brief, here's the past and now, present, future. You see the present perfect start in the past and finish right now, but there's no continuity in this action. It's finished now. The past symbol you see here, I lived in Amsterdam for 2 years. This is action in the past. This is past symbol. But for the present perfect, if we want to transfer this sentence in the to the present perfect tense, we can see I have lived in Amsterdam for 2 years. Here's also a figure can explain this period for past perfect continuous versus past perfect present perfect continuous. Present perfect progressive or continuous, you can see the action or event happened in the time in past and started in a progressive until now. Until now. You see here for the past perfect progressive, it is very old action in past and finished with a progressive meaning in past. So we can see here example. For the present perfect progressive, I have been reading. I have been reading War and Peace for months now. Past perfect progressive had. He had been working. You see here, this is the rule. Richard need a holiday. Why? Why Richard need holiday? It's needed holiday in past. This action happened in past. You see here the past tense. Richard needed a holiday because there is a previous action. He had been working hard for 6 months. Before he needed for the holiday, he was very tired because he working hard for 6 months. I hope this is clear presented for this sentence. Past perfect continuous versus present perfect continuous. Also, here another example. Past perfect continuous started in the past and finished in the past before now. You see here, but for the present perfect, this is I want to show you the difference to give more clarity for the distances. It's very important. Present perfect continuous is progressive. Started in the this action in past and still go on up to now. It's continuous, present and continuous up to now. Here some exercise of using past and present perfect. Please depend on yourself to find solution, and we can see here this slide. This is example. As you see here, number 1, I never go to Vienna. This sentence have never. It means negative. Negative. This means negative sentence. Thus, you need to use present perfect tense. You see here, I've never been to Vienna. I've never been to Vienna. Another example, my great grandfather have 5 sisters. You see here, grandfather, great, this is really past tense. My great grandfather have 5 sisters. Another example, he lived in Manila for years when he was a student. What do you think? We can see here, this is past tense because this is in the past. He lived in past for a year when he was a student. It's past tense. Oh no, I lose my wallet. I lose my wallet. I've lost my wallet before now. It starts in the past and continue to the present. I've lost my wallet. Second or fifth, you see Julie today. Have you seen Julie today? Another sentence, please depend yourself to solve and have enough practice to see all the solution and solve all this problem. Please depend yourself. Exercise of using present perfect and present perfect continuous. For of studying the continuous tenses or progressive tenses, I have very important note. What is the difference between the stative verb and the dynamic verb, and how can use this verb in continuous tenses. A stative verb is the verb that reflect the feeling or opinion, sensing, uh, position or measurement, cause and other things. Example like dislike, love, hate, know, think, feel, have, cost, measurement, measure, weight, etc. This all, as you see here, is a stative verb. This verb can be used with ing. Can't use with ing. Please have this note. The stative verb can't use in continuous tenses. Are not used in continuous tenses. Dynamic verb, this verb that have in action and movement. Example for the dynamic verb run, work, go, study, etc. This is have movement, dynamic action. With this dynamic action or with this verb, we can use ing. We can use with dynamic action or dynamic verb ing. We can say in stative verb, in case we use stative verb, we can say loving or liking, disliking ing. It's wrong. So please keep this note in your mind. Here, exercise 1. Choose the present perfect simple or present perfect continuous to complete the sentence below. If both tenses are possible, use the present perfect continuous. Number 1. I dash and my legs are really tired now. So, the correct answer, I have been skiing. I have been skiing and my legs are really tired now because there's action here, because there is reason for uh, doing something. I have skill I have been skilling my legs, thus I am really tired. The process for according to this action. This is continuous. This is continuous situation. So in brief, we use the present perfect continuous with a dynamic verb. Scaling, I have been scaling. This is the dynamic verb. So, with the dynamic verb, when the situation started in the past and have been finished or just finished. We use the present perfect continuous when the present result come from the process. Because I have been scaling my legs, I am really tired. Thus, the continuous process come from the happened action before. So, the next one, I am sorry, I am late. I am sorry, I'm late dash for a long time. A long time, you see here, it is duration. Started this duration and still in a process. Thus, when you see the duration, you have to choose present perfect continuous. Correct answer, I am sorry, I am late. Have you been waiting for a long time? هل انتظرتني لفترة طويلة؟ إذا this is present perfect continuous. We can use both the present perfect simple or continuous to talk about situation that started in past and have been or have not finished, but here the present perfect continuous is more common because a dynamic verb. We have here waited a dynamic verb. 3. How long? With how long you have to have this note. How long? Since, recently, for. All these tools should be used with the present perfect only. With the present perfect. How long? Dash Peter. Correct answer. How long have you known? Known is a stative verb. Known is a stative verb. Was then come with continuous tense. You see here? We can use both the present perfect And the present perfect continuous with how long, for, since, recent, to talk about situations started in the past and still continue. But we can only use the present perfect with a stative verb, and noun is a stative verb. Second or fourth. Somebody dash my cookies. There are none left. This completed action, none left, nothing. Finished. All the cookies have been finished. So, this completed action. That's the correct answer. Somebody has eaten my cookies. There are none left. We use the present perfect for the past finish in it is action. We focus of the compilation of the action. Here's compilation of the action. The cookies finished. Nothing more. Thus, there is a compilation. We choose present perfect. 5. Somebody, here different. You see here different. Somebody dash my cookies. There are very few left. So, there's continuous. There is duration. Something is still in process. There is no compilation in the event. So, we have to choose continuous. Here, the correct answer has been eaten. Somebody has been eating my cookies. There are very few left. When we use the present perfect, we focus on the compilation of the action. But here, there is no compilation of eating all the cookies. There is a few left. So, present perfect is the correct answer. We focus of duration with the action, continuous action, and if there are some cookies left, it's mean that the action has not been completed. So I hope this clear for you. Number 6, how many books? Correct answer, how many books has she written? Why? Because the present perfect talk about how many things, or how much, or something we have done, how many books. Thus, with how many, how much, you have to use a present perfect. 7. She must be tired. She dash all afternoon. All afternoon. All the day. All this duration. Uh, and here is the present perfect continuous because there is duration. And the correct answer, she must be tired. She has been reading all afternoon. Use present perfect continuous with action verb, dynamic verb. That's the first point. And talking about situations started in the past and haven't finished or have just finished. With the present perfect continuous, we emphasize the duration of the action. Duration. All afternoon. We have been doing something all morning, all afternoon, all day, etc. 8. I dash all afternoon, all. So continuous duration. And I dash 5 chapter. So the correct answer, I have been reading all afternoon. I have read 5 chapters. This is compilation. I have read and finished. Compilation of the action, thus present perfect. And the first beginning of the line, I have been reading all afternoon because duration there is continuous. So thus continuous and present perfect. 9. I think, maybe we find here stative verb. I think I, I, I've liked, like, it's steady verb, can come with a continuous. So I think I've liked chocolate since I was born. Since also come on with present perfect. A ton. They have been traveling and they have visited 3 countries so far. Why? Because, as I mentioned, present perfect continues with action verb, dynamic verb to talk about situations started in the past and haven't finished or just finished in in the in sentence. The verb travel is dynamic and we focus of duration. That is all. Here we are talking about English proofreading, and your document have to edit professionally and proofread by language special who are native speaker or English. Editor should have no knowledge of variety of professional and academic fields. You have to ensure your work is a free error. From all English error, there is nothing in grammar, punctuation, spelling, and typograph, and has improved style, clarity, sentence structure, and coherence. That is about the English proofreading. When you write your project, a thesis, dissertation, any article, want to publish, you have to do something, name it proofreading. So let's go to see what is the proofreading. English correction and proofreading service. There's somebody can help you of doing that, and the type of document that need to English proof. This is some type science, scientific research paper or thesis, duration, software manual, manuscript, business letter, correct, etc. And what the type of mistakes? Maybe the wrong of tenses or using a proposition, unsuitable proposition, grammar error, word order, wrong word or punctuation, spelling, word missing, and all the symbols here can be used of correcting surface. Here is an example for a scientific abstract in materials. It is important to try to correct your own mistakes when you write. Read the abstract, correct mistakes, and give suitable title for this abstract if you can. Here is example in this paper. You see here, capital letters start in the beginning of line, and we say in this paper, that's all. Separated sentence, you have to use punctuation, comma, punctuation mark or comma, and then start with a new sentence. A highly sensitive strain sensor with vertical aligned zinc oxide ZNO nanowire arrays on polyethylene terephthalate PET. So with the wrong of polyethylene terephthalate, this is a chemical compound. Have to write in capital letter and putting a briefing for the letters between the brackets. So you see here, just if you want to know about the correct answer, you can appear any correction by pressing the eye icon. Film was reporting. So what type of tense here? Film was reporting. It is continuous in past? No, because reporting, someone was reported that somebody, the subject. Where is the subject? I know the people that study of this before. Thus, it's hidden. This is passive voice was reported. The device fabrication include conventional photolithography, metallization, and zinc oxide nanowire. So here's many things have mentioned together, and the comma should be put instead of the point. And include you have used the name because we have here includes the verb, and this one sentence shouldn't have two verb, and here now noun through the hydrothermal method INV characteristics of the device. So is we talking about characteristics where highly nonlinear to do the short key contact. There's some wrong of this word. Oh, you can see that, and all that like this. You have to know the rules and why we should correct or putting the correction of all these sentences. Here we can see you can complete all this abstract, and